Welcome in, everybody. We have got yet another Legacy stream for you.
Friday Legacy!
Friday, it's so weird to say.
We're going to do 3 rounds of some Legacy-ness.
Right.
And it's going to be awesome. I'm going to steal this from you.
Do it.
And hopefully not shake everything.
Hopefully.
All right, we're going to do this table here. And we're going to get names down. We've got Calvin tonight. Calvin has been playing 4-color, which is a great name to explain to everybody what he's on.
Right.
And he's playing Jeremiah. Jeremiah's on Maya. Jeremiah's on an old Soul Tie list. We used to call it Bug.
Yeah, Bug.
We used to call this Bug Control.
So no Shardless agents or Shardless
no
agents?
Shardlesses and no Leovolds. This is a really old list. It did well at the Eternal Weekend, and it's almost card for card an old list from back before Leovold was even printed. Plays Hymns to Turox and cards.
And other cards.
It's actually, this deck is almost like what I started playing Legacy with. Back when it was Rug versus Bug. Those were kind of the 2 Delver lists that you could play.
I'm trying to get Facebook started.
So hopefully he was in the middle of a trade. So I guess we could, for the moment, see what's happening on our other table. Our other table, we also have Blue-Red Delver. I should capitalize those. Looks really weird. And this is, his name's Josh.
Okay.
It's not Josh Snow, Josh. And he's playing against Jay on Nickfit.
No catching looks great. I don't know what that means, but yeah, we did. Bryce messed with the cameras a little bit beforehand too, so everything is looking pretty good. The only thing, Brian, is it's not recognizing us on Facebook.
Uh-oh.
Which I don't know why it's doing that.
Do we need to...
Oh.
I need to click randomly.
You just needed to click somewhere on the screen.
Just does the thing.
Yep.
Perfect. All right, so this should be an interesting matchup because this is kind of a new Legacy deck versus a fairly old one, and yet it's still totally relevant. I think part of the reason these older lists are so good is because people knew them so well. The people that played them knew them in and out. Did you guys end up building the Stifle Knot deck in Legacy?
Not for Live Magic, no. We wanted to, but we weren't able to get there in time. We had some technical difficulties right before the tournament started, of course, because it could only happen on Friday, right?
But you had most of it on Magic Online, right?
Oh no, we have it together online. We played it today. We went 1-1 in the start of a league. So.
Yeah, we got some vivid colors. I'm also curious how the mic sounds to you guys. If the volume's good, or if we need to project more or less.
Must be the drugs. I mean, I don't really know what drugs Brian takes in his off time, but I assume that they're there, right?
Good Thai food. Hey, what do we have today? We've got
Panpai pasta.
These are pom-poms. They're
pom-poms.
Like donuts, and I'm gonna eat them.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah, we've got a food truck right outside our store on every not every Friday, but here and there.
We're gonna do a whole stream with food in our mouth. Right?
I don't think people would like that.
They get really hungry.
They probably would get really hungry. Either that or they'd get super annoyed. Especially if they're not watching and they're listening. It just sound terrible.
Oh, nice. So, as is common with our Legacy streams, we're going to show you some shuffling.
My favorite part of the night.
It's so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's Friday. This is really confusing to me.
It really is. I mean, you realize what's going to happen, though, right? Round 3 is going to end, and we're immediately going to be like, all right, guys, here comes the finals. Let's do this, and then it's just going to end. And we're going to be like, whoa.
There's going to be no one to play.
All right.
Calvin's starting off. He's got a Polluted Delta. And Jeremiah's got a bite. That's a Death Red Shaman.
Oh, the Dreadnought deck was so much fun so far, Wes. It's really a lot of fun.
At least it's only 3 rounds. Yeah, but there's 3 rounds, and then there's potential 3 games per round. That's like 9 rounds. And then if we move on to another game on another table, that adds a whole nother complexity that my math just, I stopped there. Can't keep going.
All your maths. All right, so there's 2 polluted deltas on Calvin's board. He's hasn't quite committed into anything yet.
with some coaching, we'll get some more shuffling in.
I mean, it was kind of funny though, right? Like our first match, we win game 1 and we go into shuffling, and it took him just long enough to tell us how to board that like it ended up submitting, and we just won game 2 with no board at all.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my god!
Kyle's fired, guys. I'm the one over here eating.
I party fouled.
There you go.
Don't worry about it. It's not a problem.
So I don't actually have Jeremiah's exact list, but I think it's pretty close to one that was at Eternal Weekend, top 8 at Eternal.
This Sultai control list?
Yeah.
Food's falling everywhere.
Oh my goodness. You guys gave us room, and so now...
And we're using that room to ruin everything.
Why isn't this just immediately available?
Yeah, I'm not sure. You can just bring that towards you. Alright, finally. We're fetching the lands. We're gonna do something. The second spell of the game is about to be cast.
Still like that. That's better.
Or not. Just another fetch land. Alright, just plays a Misty and passes.
Alright, so I think this is pretty close to the first place list. 4 Deathrite, 4 Delvers, 3 Tarmogoyfs, 2 Tombstalkers.
Tombstalkers,
of course,
okay.
a Sylvan Library, and then this one plays... This one played 2 Liliana of the Last Hope. I'm not sure if Jeremiah's doing that or not. It used to be of the Veil in that place.
It's very resilient in the way that you can continuously get your Deathrite Shamans and your big things like your Tarmogoyf and Tombstalkers back.
Yep.
And not only that, it fuels your Tombstalkers too. So if you do get a Tombstalker back off of a Liliana, then it does give you extra fuel to delve.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Plus, it grows Goyf, right?
Right.
And he's playing with the Future Sight Goyf. They're the only real Goyf. We're already seeing a difference in price, right? Like you've got all the other Goyfs, and then
they're
the Future Sight
around 55-ish, and then the Future Sight ones are about 150.
Yeah. That seems...
I may have picked one up just this last week.
I may know exactly what you're talking about. Try and grab some of that up there, too.
Oh, jeez. I am just a mess, guys. All right.
Here's a daze.
Kyra's learning the Dreadnought techniques. Dude, I didn't know it until I saw your list, but that's all I ever wanted. I didn't know it until then, though.
New Bordergoyfs. Yes, new Bordergoyfs are... like the most recent ones are pretty low.
Did he fetch a Badlands off of his Misty? Because he did have a Misty.
I thought he... maybe.
Are you sure he... I think he may have.
For a while there, the Future Sight ones were like just about the exact same price.
I mean, there was when I first started playing with Tarmogoyf, they were all 200. Like all the Tarmogoyfs.
We're
200
gonna
a piece.
We're gonna let the Badlands play go since we didn't catch it.
Yeah, Silent Salmon. I think so. I'm not sure, but
if I had caught it right then, I maybe would have tried to jump over there. But it's just far enough away.
Yeah.
All right, we got some interaction back and forthing happening. What did Jeremiah just play? That just got shiny glared.
I cannot see it.
If we lean, guys, it doesn't help at all. It doesn't. But it's like, oh, what is that? What is? I turn my head. No, it doesn't change the viewing angle at all. We're watching on a screen. It's the same view you guys have. Oh, Wasteland. Here comes a Gurmag Angler. Jeremiah is down on his 2 lands that are nice and spread apart. And a Brainstorm. Chris Rush signed Brainstorm. Way cooler than
It's a delicacy.
the unsigned, not Chris Rush Brainstorms.
Not even close. One is much better than the other.
I don't even know the artists on the other ones. Good to
right,
see you, Brian. Thanks for tuning in to make sure that we're being effective.
Thanks, boss.
You got to stick your head through the screen. Okay. Next time.
All right. Wasteland's going to take out a tropical island. He's going to float, I would assume, a blue mana?
He already used it for his Brainstorm.
Okay. Stop choosing hero for us. Come on, Brian.
The needs of the many. I don't think wives like that type of thinking.
I don't think so either.
I think that usually doesn't work. All right, let's see if Jeremiah can find an answer for Angler. Liliana the Veil was really great at answering Anglers.
Mm-hmm.
If he's playing with Last Hope instead, not so much.
Yeah.
All right, Brainstorm number 2. And what? So from his list, if this is the same list, he's got 3 Fatal Push mainboard. Those don't really. So I guess he's looking for a Tombstalker, right? Is that the plan?
Yeah,
there's
not a lot here can deal with a Gurmag Angler at all. I mean, he has Jaces in the sideboard. That's something that could potentially deal with it, but this is not a sideboard game.
All right. Angler maybe just wins. We got Fetch. And Jeremiah's not playing Stifle.
Thank goodness.
What, you don't like Stifles?
I've played enough of those today.
He does have Force of Will. He pitched some unknown card. And he's down to 3. So what's the answer? He's Gurmag Angler? Okay. Ponder says nope. See, I don't even know what he's digging for now. Yeah, I guess a Deathrite Shaman blocks for a turn, but... And he picks it up. Scoops it up, as they say.
Wrong side.
Jeremiah didn't win, guys. He didn't win. But for a moment there, it looked like he...
No, it never really looked like he was going to win.
It didn't. Okay, so our backup match. We have, while these guys shuffle, we have Blue Red Delver versus a Nick Fit build. And there's some variety in Jay's Nick Fit builds. It's Nick with a capital I for no particular reason. Put that back. What is happening? There we go. There's a new keyboard. I blame the new keyboard, guys. All right. Force. We came in right during the exciting part.
I've noticed this happens a lot when it comes to Liliana. Mostly because
countered.
I play them. like I don't think when I'm playing Magic, most times I'll cast something and they're like, okay, that works, or they'll like Spell Pierce or like whatever. But whenever it's Liliana, it's a force every time.
Wait. Good basics, Ice Age basics versus Tempest basics, and you don't like the Tempest basics? Come on.
Jorgensen's got you there.
Oh. on the Angler.
No, he's just making fun of the fact that you put L's in names.
Oh. It's been a long time since I've done that.
It has been.
Come on.
But Jorgensen's still here.
Yeah.
He remembers.
Get that Tempest Island crap out of here. Come on. It's a Stormy deck. No, it's not Storm. It's not Storm, so that doesn't make sense. All right, Chase down to 6 here. Flipped Delver takes him down to 3. And Skullcrack wins the game.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Josh on Blue Red Delver takes that first one nice and quickly.
Yeah, I really like the Blue Red Delver deck. It doesn't. You don't like it?
It's not Legacy unless you're playing at least 3.5 colors.
Oh, well, Josh is doing it wrong then.
I agree. I like the Tempest lands. I'm with you, Jordan. Actually, I like all of them for various reasons.
I like the Tempest lands.
I
agree. I like most lands.
I like the Ice Age lands if you find them in good condition, because all of mine look like crap. So these look like bad. Oh wait, the art's actually kind of nice. It's just the card is all beat up.
Yeah. I think I just have a problem with like beaten up white border cards in general. I like prefer white border when the card is near mint. Yeah. And then the second it has like any dirt on it, I'm like, you may as well just throw it in the trash.
All right, I'm gonna show you guys cards because somebody requested showing cards.
Yes. Oh, this is gonna be my favorite part of the stream, guys. So
these are meal solutions.
Okay.
And
so these are getting ready to ship, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
and I asked him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, go ahead and show everybody." Except it was through text, so I don't know what he sent to them. All right, so here's a Rite of Flame. You guys have seen this before. Go ahead and show that thing off.
All right. Well, let's go over here.
Oh yeah, you got to get the bigger.
All right, guys. So this is the Rite of Flame that we're shipping.
So Meal Solutions is having me do eventually an entire storm deck.
Focus.
Yeah. So I think I've already. This is the first card I did, and this is number 3 and 4 of those to complete the playset. Right?
It really is just gorgeous.
But I think he wanted to see the card in person to kind of know if it was cool enough to do more, and they turned out really cool, right? So I also did some Burning Wishes for him, and those I think were probably the best one I've done.
Okay.
And then I just did some Ponders.
Yeah, I wanted to see this one. I got a Facebook message from Bryce just the other day, showing this Ponder.
I think it turned out pretty cool.
I really, really like this one.
Mana symbol is still red. Bad altar. So he specified that he wanted cards that were tournament playable. So the art still needs to be fairly recognizable, and the text box needs to be almost entirely clear.
Mm-hmm.
And some altars you really can play with that.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, I think they turned out all right.
Yes, Bryce did all of the altars that we have in our case at the store are all Bryce's. So yes, the Atraxa was done by Bryce.
Yep. And that was me kind of testing out what I could do with some fine line work. I even, on this Ponder, I sent Meal Solutions a digital...
scan?
No, a digital, like a mock-up that I do on the computer first. And I'm like, now hold on. I don't know if I can get this fine of detail. I got pretty close. I'm pretty proud of myself, actually, that it worked out as well as it did. Okay. I'll show you more next break. More things.
More of the things. Let's get back to Calvin and Jeremiah's match. It looks like they just started. They're in their second turn.
As the Goblin King and the Moons as... So I've had a lot of people make kind of requests along those lines. Like, oh, I want this card that has this thing in it. And it's too... Like, there's too many places you can go with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's really a challenge. I've purposely experimented with a bunch of different things to show people and say, like, here's some of the things I know I can do. Do you like anything like this at all?
Well, what I've noticed with you is that you don't particularly like changing one thing into another thing. You like blowing out the borders so that the card takes up the borders, which is beautiful, right? And then you like complementing the art that's already there, which in my personal opinion, if I'm going to have an altar, I would much rather have that than some silly thing like, I don't know if all of you guys have seen all of the just chuckling.
Just like that.
Yeah, like that.
With the motion, particularly.
Yeah, has to have the motion on the card.
Like if you stick a Bart Simpson all over a card and it doesn't even look like anything anymore.
Right.
It's not. What are you doing?
And Steve Argyle does so many different characters with Liliana of the Veil. And some of them are really cool and some of them I just feel like they're so overdone. But it's all your style, like what do you want to have done?
Oh, from his point of view, though.
All right, so this is 2 misses by Jeremiah to flip Delver.
He doesn't need flipped Delvers.
No, you just you got you already have a 1/1. What more do you need?
Right?
Exactly.
It's
You can
it's
still see it
going
on
our screen.
Yeah.
We just got this constant motion. Some of the cards in Storm are going to be a challenge to do. Like so far, the modern frame ones are a little bit easier than old frame.
Dude, it's mod power, Jorgensen.
Yeah.
Don't abuse it.
Or do. Or keep doing it. All right. Hymn to Rocking time. This is the most fun part of Magic right here. The random elements that can completely make or break a game, right? This one and this one. An Underground Sea and a Delta. Okay. So
wow,
Calvin
2
kept
lands.
a pretty heavy land hand.
Right. And that may pay off. Because not losing any gas right there, it's going to be pretty good for him unless he needed the third land, right?
Right.
Yeah, double sinkhole.
Delta, land number 5 for Calvin. That's how that pretty much works out.
Yeah, right?
He still doesn't flip Delver. What is he doing? Isn't this entire list almost instants and sorceries? Holy cow.
He's just drawn Liliana, Sylvan Library, and a bunch of creatures and lands. That's fine.
He should play one of those things then.
Yeah.
If all he's got is creatures and lilies, then
they had to have been lands.
Man,
then.
this thing smells amazing. You should probably have more.
I probably should.
The smell of it is so. They're like donuts.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm.
Mono Stifle. No, I don't think he's got any cycles in the list. Yep, there's a Liana. I'm guessing Lily's going to get Abrupt Decayed. Not before it brings back a Delver to hand.
Yeah.
Now watch. Instant. Yep.
No, it's a strong choice to downtick Liliana now.
The donut things, they're called pom-poms. Is that what they're called?
Pom-poms. Mm-hmm.
From the pasta place are pretty amazing.
They actually are divine. Yes, that is the review.
Yep. They were a little bit better when they were warm.
4 stars out of 5.
Now they're cold, but it doesn't matter. All right, Polluted Delta says I'm going to find probably Underground Sea. I don't know if Calvin's list matches one of these.
What on earth is 5 stars? Jorgensen.
Yeah.
I have not experienced 5 stars yet. But I imagine that I'll know when I get there.
Cause okay. I don't know where to go with
5 stars. 5 stars in my book is perfect, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think I've experienced perfection yet in my lifetime. So
5 out of 7, yeah. A solid 5 out of 7. No, these are donuts.
5 out of 5.
So they're better than that.
They're donuts. They're better than that.
I think 5 out of 7 is reserved for horrible Magic plays like swinging your 1/1 Delver into a
Baleful Strix. Not the greatest idea, but a follow-up like this, it does make some sense.
Sure. I mean, that was a solid 5 out of 7 play.
Yes.
Yeah.
5 out of 7. That's exactly the ratio that comes up.
I remember the 5 out of 7 thing, but I don't remember where it's from. It's a Magic-related thing. Somebody commented on something and said, "Isn't it? It's something from online." Somebody just randomly said it's a 5 out of 7, and it went off from there. Jorgensen probably remembers.
HC Fox. Yeah, I haven't. Your deck's a 4-star, man.
No.
Give if you really want to show me perfection, you're gonna have to put more work into it.
Did you run blue-white online?
Blue-white Siphonot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
It's from a Facebook web. Okay. I just remembered it was online.
Rated Fight Club, perfect 5 out of 7. Oh, that's hilarious. It's perfect.
Yeah. Now
It's a perfect rating. What's better than 5 out of 7, guys?
The Cash Me Outside. That's right.
Not.
That's right in there.
No, definitely not.
We had a long discussion, and there was like 3 of us at the table going, "What are you talking about? Hey, look, that Delver flipped."
Yeah, and an Abrupt Decay is a really, really good card for this turn as well. He doesn't want to have to do the whole Deathrite dance, you know?
What's better than 5 out of 7? 7 out of 9? Is it? I don't know.
I don't think so.
That math is hard.
5 is a strictly better number than 7.
I'm not sure I can do that percentage stuff off the top of my head anymore. I'm too reliant on having a phone in my pocket.
All right, we get in for 3. Finally a little something getting going.
See, yeah, Tez for some perfection.
I admit, Ian. I admit that would get me pretty close to a 5 out of 7.
Wait.
Closest I've ever been.
I thought we were saying 5 out of 5. No, wait, 4 out of 4. 4 stars.
No, that's stars.
Oh,
a perfect 5 out of 7 is perfect. We just established this.
No, that's 7 of 9, not 5 of 7.
But yeah, I definitely want to play Tezzeret decks. Ian and I have had these. We had a good conversation the other day regarding all format Tezzeret. Just always play Tezzeret.
Just no matter what.
Yeah, I need to get there.
Maybe if they print a better one, like a 3-mana Tezzeret that actually does something.
Ew, that'd be amazing. Isn't that kind of just deck fading though? The liquid metal coating. All right, Kulligan's Command.
Do you think he misfetched again? And got another Badlands? That'd be fantastic if he keeps misting into Badlands. I'm going to go back and watch.
He has other black sources. I've seen his list, so that'd be super, super weird.
Yeah. All right, now we got to pay attention to Calvin's fetching. Kulligan's Command gets back Baleful Strix. And Delver swings for 3, drops him down to 3, and here's a Tombstalker.
So now we're in very opposite from last game, right? Where we've got this big 5/5, but it's on the other side of the board this time.
Oh yeah. Well, and Calvin just needs to draw a Bolt or an Abrupt Decay
Off of the Baleful Strix.
Yeah, or for his turn.
Mm-hmm. Would it do it though? Because does Tombstalker not have flying? Or sorry,
it does. But the Strix will be able to
trample,
block it, right?
Trample?
No. It's just 5/5 flying.
5/5 flying. Yeah, then Strix is a great answer then.
But not to Strix or Stalker and Delver. Those will win. He didn't leave up mana for Abrupt Decay, so if that was his draw. He's got a Delve Threat of his own. That's not going to help if that's what he's searching for here.
He could have a Snapcaster.
And we go to game 3.
Yeah, we do. Someone needs a Skylasher. Settle down, Fox.
We really need to move this button somehow and make it larger. That bothers. Oh, you know what we can do? We can hotkey it. That's what we should do. All right.
We should hotkey.
We get to show you guys the end of the match. It looks like Blue Red Delver
It's going to take it down. All right.
To Nick Fit with Brainstorms? Okay. Yeah. Not sure what's happening.
Every time I see a Nick Fit deck, people just automatically know it's Nick Fit, and every Nick Fit deck I ever see is just so different from the next that I'm
it's
like,
oh, it has a Veteran Explorer?
how do you guys...
Must be Nick Fit.
Yeah, how do you guys know it's just Nick Fit automatically? And usually Veteran Explorer is the way that I tell.
Right.
But other people, like, one hasn't even been played, and people are like, yep, this guy's on Nick Fit, and I'm going, what? What? Okay, all right.
Yep.
I'm just going to trust you because you seem to know something I don't.
These are a work in progress.
Okay.
Kyer here wants me to do some basic lands.
Oh boy.
So I got started with an idea.
And I haven't seen this yet.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
You get to look at these. So this is a Urza's Saga Mountain.
Oh, you've like, okay.
That's now at night.
So what he's done, oh, this is so cool. Okay, hold on, while they're sideboarding, let's come.
Hey, Paul. How are you, sir?
Come back here real quick. So what he's done with the Urza Saga Mountain is he's, let me try to get this in focus somehow.
Gotta find the spot where.
There we go.
Yeah.
So he's taken the mountain that's already on it, placed a blood moon behind the mountain, and silhouetted what was there.
It is Legacy. we're in the
gorgeous.
shuffling stage, so we'll bring you some more Legacy in just a second here.
Dude, I love this.
So, and then there's a cycle, right? You gotta have a cycle.
Yes.
So I'm not sure on all of these yet. There's still, some of them are still a work in progress, but I looked at each one saying what would be a cool light source for each one, trying to. Make
this
them
one has
unique,
like spotlights.
as if the swamp is creating the light itself.
Let's see if I can get this focused again.
You can maybe take it out of the sleeve too, if that helps. Yeah, it's like the camera has to autofocus on it.
Yeah. Jeez, I love these. Oh, the forest might be my favorite.
Yeah. The forest is if it has like some hanging lanterns.
Yeah, so he's put lanterns coming down from the branches to come on, focus. I need your help, camera.
Considering buying into
so
food chain,
gorgeous.
that's a good idea.
You should talk to Brian Batsoy. Brian is our food chain guy here at the store. He is also an owner of Paragon City Games. Not sure if you are familiar with him or not, but he's got a foiled out food chain deck, and he loves it more than anything ever. Yeah, these are...
I'm not quite happy with the planes yet, but it's
Okay.
close. So the plains, there's these rocks sitting up. This is Urza Saga Plains where it's like that bright cloudy sky behind it.
Yeah.
And so I just thought, what would be cool if there was like this floating ball above each stone?
Dude, you keep doing stuff like this, and I'm going to need more land cycles, and I'm just going to make all my lands for my cube, your lands. Oh, these are so cool.
And then the island needs a little bit of work as well, but
yeah,
you can barely even see the island. It's a challenge.
For sure. Oh, these are awesome. Yeah, I really like so far the mountain and the forest are like by a long shot my favorites. But the cycle looks really good.
They're and what's crazy is I actually was looking at every single mountain from the set going, I could do every one, I could do every swamp, I could do every forest.
Yeah, all of them work.
And do like the entire cycle of 20 lands or something like that.
I might consider having you do that. Maybe.
All right.
We have magic. We have magic.
We've got a misty rainforest that hopefully is going to find a Badlands.
Yeah, we're gonna. If this gets a Badlands, we're definitely catching him.
He's not getting a Badlands.
His opponent hasn't caught him, so. And Calvin does know better, but at the same time, like, does he really not realize?
I wouldn't be surprised if
it was on accident.
He hadn't even done it.
Yeah.
All right, fetch and response.
I think the first one he did fetch a Badlands. The second one I'm unsure though.
Ooh, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, I'm sure I could just figure out how to take the magic eye thing off of like an old cereal box and just do that by hand. Pretty sure I
by hand. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Easy. But yeah, Bryce sent me a text and he's like, so I was kind of considering doing the signets. And I'm going, well, as it turns out, I have a foil set for the cube. And now here I am going, oh man, Bryce is just going to end up altering my entire cube. This is a bad thing that I've gotten myself into. And now Bryce has like a long-term customer.
So HC Box, you know how some people just can't do the magic eye things no longer,
Yeah.
how long they stare at them? If I send you a card, then I claim that it's a magic eye, but you can't quite see it, will you still pay me?
Oh, geez. All right, we got to ponder. We have some considerations to make. Can't quite see what was being pondered, but he doesn't look like he plans to shuffle.
We call those people burn pilots?
We call it.
It's a Badlands.
He played it from his hand.
Okay. That one's legal.
Yep, I saw it.
Chris Rush says, Brainstorm.
That he does. But yeah, so now I just need to buy, I need to get on the interwebs, and I need to find an OG foil Boros charm, because that's just like the unwanted child, you know?
They're all pretty, well, some of them are kind of silly. But
I have 9 of the original Ravnica signets, and then my Boros one is from Modern Masters 17. It's horrible, guys. It's terrible. So I'm gonna fix that, and then I'm gonna have Bryce make them perfect. And when I say perfect, I mean 5 out of 7, 4 stars.
Wait. Are those the same? 5 out of 7 and 4 stars is
Yes.
the same thing? Oh, okay.
Yeah, 4 stars out of 5, but just a 5 out of 7 is it's all perfect. It's the same thing.
So Calvin's giving away a little bit of information right there. You can see him when he hesitates on that fatal push.
Yes. Do I want to force this?
He's got to force a will, right? I guess it could be days.
Could be.
But I don't think Calvin plays days.
I saw force in his hand.
So often what you want to do if you're a blue Magic player in Legacy is you want to, if you play specifically a Death Right and tap out for it, you want to know ahead of time whether you are going to protect it if it gets lightning bolted or fatal push.
Absolutely.
Because then you can just say, oh, yep, it's dead, and then you don't give any information as to whether you have a force or not in hand.
Yeah, so now we do see the force of will. The Belfast gets dazed, and then he's going to pitch a Snapcaster to force the daze.
Okay.
Which is a little surprising. To me, this shows that Calvin needs a third land to continue pressing forward.
Right. Yep. You would protect the Deathrite Shaman before the Belfast, you'd think.
I mean, we do. I did see in Calvin's hand that he has a Liliana of the Veil. This is something that would be really, really important to land last turn, being able to take care of the Deathrite Shaman, but since he wasn't able to find another land, now we've got a Goyf.
It's still all right here, though.
It looks okay.
Make him sacrifice, still have the Strix up to block.
Yep, he was able to find the Bayou.
Can I do a Dreadnought altar where the guy at the bottom right is a Stormtrooper? Maybe. And there's like a thought bubble coming out of his head or something, like a comic book.
All right, here's a Liliana. And we're probably going to have Jeremiah sacrifice a creature. And this is going to be a tough choice. Oh, maybe not a tough choice. He goes, okay, he must have another land then. Just lets that one go nice and easy.
Yep. Or if he has an answer for Strix.
Okay, yeah.
That's a good way.
Definitely. Third land and answer. Hey, look.
Okay. So that's kind of weird. So he just abrupt decayed the Liliana. He could have instead abrupt decayed the Strix and attacked and killed the Liliana. Probably would have been the better play there.
I definitely would have done that. Paul wants Joe Cool altars.
Just a box of text that says something ridiculous in it. Uh-oh. He won the only existing copy of the 1996 World Champion in 1993. That's impressive.
That is. Yeah, so now Jeremiah still has this issue of Belfast, right? If he had done it the other way, then he wouldn't have this issue where he can't attack with it.
Right.
And it's possible he does have another removal spell in hand, but even then, I would still be confused by the Abrupt Decay. Snoopy has Joe Cool. Oh, man.
Gurmag Angler. Angling the Gurmags.
So Ingles. Yeah, and this is gonna. I do think this is gonna shrink the Goyf. He gets rid of a Liliana. That's gonna take away a card type.
You have a Mile Hollow one time off the top. Why isn't that played in this Legacy deck? Come on. Whoa. Those cards that are in exile, now they're all over the place in exile.
Well, if HC Fox makes a habit out of sending Brian Legacy lists, we're probably going to have that on Moto.
Where the HC Fox legacy list of the day.
Yeah.
It's his alter ego. Okay. I like it. And we can't quite see what that Tarmogoyf is. It's probably large.
I see 3/4.
Oh, a lot of things just got delved away, though, huh?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, Liliana went away. I know that took away at least one card type, but I want to say a second card type was taken away.
Vapor Snag.
Vapor Snag. Whoa.
Ooh. So this was card 60. I think this was supposed to be a Toxic Deluge. Ooh, yeah, out of the sideboard. Mm-hmm. And Jeremiah didn't have 2 Toxic Deluges, so he put in a Vapor Snag instead.
Oh, it's effective against these delve creatures. This Gurmag Angler, it's not coming back anytime soon.
So not card 60, card 75 is what I mean. The last card, right?
In the sideboard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was effective right there. Better than a Deluge in a lot of ways. There's another Abrupt Decay. Can't be countered, Calvin. It's gonna die.
It's out.
And Goyf maybe gets a little bit bigger.
Yeah, there should be an artifact in there now.
Ooh.
Or maybe not. I like to count every single time I'm dealing damage with Tarmogoyf, but...
Looks like his plan hit a snag. See, I see what you did there.
Good one.
Fox. Yeah. Well, the snag hit wait. Hold on. It turned to vapor, and then... No, I lost it.
Yeah, keep going. You're doing great. You got this.
He puts out another Strix. Okay. Yeah, we should... You can't really... I'll go correct their life total.
Yeah.
You can't really not do that.
You're making sure the Goyf is what it is. So he's going to give that a quick check. That way you guys get to hear the outside room a little bit. It is loud out there. Awesome.
They were correcting it as I got
As
there.
you got there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Somebody else watching. Caught it. Snaggle Rock. If he was able to... Because it got snagged? And there's an angler? Nope, I don't know.
Monkey Scan, thanks for the host. Appreciate it.
We got a Snapcaster Mage. The Jamaican one.
The Jamaican one.
That's what everybody... I'm sure there's other cultures or places that look much better, but everybody here calls it the Jamaican one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because it's the rock deck. I see. Okay. So if you got rid of the blue, but then it wouldn't have Vapor Snag in it anymore because he would have gotten rid of the blue.
So he let the Snapcaster resolve and then was able to counter the Flusterstorm, I believe. So yeah, that's interesting. I feel like if you're casting Snapcaster, yeah. So since he still had 1 mana up, you get to keep the Snapcaster.
Our camera keeps
like trying to focus.
This is fun. Let's do this. Let's yeah.
That's what's so funny is like out there, the rig just stays in one
Right?
spot, so
It's probably
be
just a
doing
glare.
that.
Do we keep it on autofocus, or is that a setting we need to take off?
We still need to mess with quite a few settings. Yeah, so guys, this is actually a brand new computer. Especially people who tune into us regularly, how is it looking? Is there any stutter at all? Because we were having a huge problem the last about 2 weeks. We just couldn't figure out what to do to fix this issue. And
all of AC Fox's things,
I know.
It's taking me way too long to know. Because it's a soccer caster mage.
Oh.
No.
I don't know.
No.
I don't get it.
Leopold says, hello. Perfect. That's what we want.
Excellent.
And the sound is good?
Yeah, thanks for helping us with the sound earlier, Jorgensen. That was very helpful.
Look at that. Oh, because I see. Because the Snapcaster is playing. So you yell goal, and your opponent goes, what?
All right, Hymn to Turok. That is going to get the last card in his hand. Well, it's going to get both, but He might be able to
Yeah.
cast one. Yep, he just lets both of those go. That's probably the first time I've seen Hymnotarok actually look good against a person having a Leovold.
You get to draw a card.
They have to have one. They have to have exactly one card in hand for it to look like that, though.
Right.
Awesome. Thanks, Wes. Appreciate it. Glad to see everything's working properly. It's been really, really frustrating for the last 2 weeks dealing with a stuttery stream, you know?
Right. Okay.
All right,
Tezzeret Shaman is going to respond to the lightning bolt. Calvin should probably respond to it as well. Yeah, okay. There we go. Otherwise, he'd die.
That targeted the Flusterstorm.
And
now...
I think Calvin should get a... No, he wouldn't get a draw off
No.
that.
Yeah, it's literally milling them, which is exactly what you want in Legacy Magic.
Bonder!
Oh, that was a great top deck for Jeremiah. The Goyf looks fantastic on this board. It's just he doesn't have a ton of time to deal with.
I think it's a 5/6 now.
I think so too.
And so you can just attack into this board state. Oh, and he doesn't get to draw off Ponder. Whoops.
Yep, he just gets to rearrange them, and then they just sit there.
Yeah. GT, okay. So
Yeah, that should for sure things up. Because now this Leovold gets to sit here, right? It doesn't actually need to attack. Well, this turn it will, but
yeah, I think you attack here.
yeah.
Get counters on there, start gaining some life.
The stream is so smooth.
Sweet.
Yes.
That's what we want.
Excellent.
Do you see how I wore a red shirt just to match those red sleeves?
did.
Isn't that amazing? And you're wearing a yellow hat that kind of matches the gold sleeves. It's incredible.
Yep.
It's not really.
On purpose.
It's
Behind the scenes, we actually have special sleeves at the feature match table.
Oh.
And when we put up pairings, they actually need to re-sleeve the sleeves real
to
quick.
match our clothes.
Yep. We have people sitting right there at the feature match table just to help out, make things go faster. So it's pretty easy.
All right, block has to happen here. Doesn't even get to activate it. Well, he can take a land. He doesn't have enough mana to activate it. And another Ponder. It's going to do the same thing.
It's not doing nothing, you know. It's not.
He gets to shuffle away some Force of Wills.
Yeah, and then he doesn't get to draw anything. He just shuffled his deck. Just pay one, shuffle your deck.
Yeah. Yep, it's a good card.
Yeah.
Top tier, legacy staple.
Okay, so the Leovold can hit for 7. You probably don't want to, though. I imagine he's just going to swing for 3, put him to 6.
Yeah, scry 3. Kind of. Not quite. You can't even put him on the bottom. Ooh, he's attacking. He's going to swing.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going to hit for 3.
And then he could, gain
the
a lot of life.
The idea is that you're going to win on another swing, right? No matter what. And if you pump, it removes the option to gain life, which it looks like he needs to gain a lot of life right now.
Right. So he gains 2, goes to 3.
I think he needs to use 3 counters, actually.
It's going to go down to 2. Well, at least we're doing it in steps so I don't mess up. Down to 5. And 2 at once. No, just
so it goes to 6.
7. 6. 7.
Oh, 7, sorry.
And
And
then he
hits
takes
for 5, down to 2.
And another death right.
Okay. That is it just removal spell wins it? Okay, there's a brainstorm.
Well, now he's only got 1 counter on the Jete, so
Yeah, it's not able to take out. can make itself a 5/5. Yeah, this is an issue. It looks like he has a Fatal Push in hand. Fatal Push Golgari Charm? Would Golgari Charm be enough to keep the Goyf from killing him? Okay, so we Fatal Push the Deathrite Shaman. Oh, the Tarmogoyf. Okay. Yeah, that's much better.
Because then you can attack and gain life to...
I was wondering if he could win right there.
Kills Deathrite.
But...
And... another Goyf.
Another Tarmogoyf. Well, that's a powerful draw.
Yeah, it's better than a lot of things.
Like
Brainstorm would be pretty bad here. Did he tap the lands wrong?
No, he didn't tap his lands wrong. It looked good. Yeah, regeneration's actually going to look quite good. Is he considering attacking into regenning?
I think this is actually a pretty good play, right? He attacks, he gets counters on his Jitte, he regenerates, and... oh, but it doesn't actually deal damage if it regenerates, does it? That's not how that works.
No, it deals damage.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no, he didn't... I see.
Yeah, he did tap the Bayou. Yeah, I don't think he wanted to cast Golgari Charm last turn. I don't think I would cast the Golgari Charm now. Like I'm surprised he's attacking into this. He can only make this a 5/5, right? Mm-hmm. And so the only regenning is not a good option. The only thing that I can even see him doing is the Tarmogoyf blocks, it takes 5 damage.
And then he uses the other 2. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Couldn't he have done that same play and regened?
Maybe not. Trick the Goyf into tapping. See, that's what I was thinking is like Goyf attacks, you block regen, and then the next turn you just attack for the win.
The frames are dropping here.
They look good over here.
Hmm.
We did have a couple dips. I'm gonna blame that on the internet because our computer is amazing. It's turn 5.
Ah. And so Deathrite Shaman doesn't get a chance to win the game? It was so close too.
No, I think Calvin won it. I think that was Jeremiah conceding. I think they were going to count down turns because I didn't notice them.
Yeah, suddenly it was on turn 5.
Doing other turns. Yeah.
Somebody definitely won, guys.
They did.
This round is over. I think nobody's actually picked up any cards yet. They're stolen frames. Yeah, we're not dropping frames. We're losing them because this live broadcast of Magic Legacy is definitely something that national agencies are wanting to look into, I think.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's really important to them.
Yep. Got to make sure that the jokes stay really, really bad. Guys, there's 2 more donuts left.
Yes. I'm getting some of this chocolate stuff too.
Yeah. Before they become rock hard and unedible. All right. How many of your Magic stores have a food truck outside on a regular Friday night Magic? Where are the red vines? You know what I noticed today?
What?
We still have a red vine counter on one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this thing. 12 red vines.
That's where we stopped last time. We haven't changed it. Our special buttons are our red vine counter, and our I've labeled it as found as Kanta, where literally all it just says found it.
Because you search for it, and then when it flips over, you found it.
You found it, and then it just says found it with a little arrow too, and then we just drag it around the screen, following wherever they put as Kanta. I've been doing it. I've been doing that quite a bit in standard. It's fantastic. I think I'm the only one that thinks it's funny though. Benjamin Barry, what was the genius idea? The red vine counter or the found as Kanta button? I need to know because both of them are amazing. I know our ads aren't up.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's where our ads are.
Yeah, they're all hidden now in another folder. I had to dig for the card thing.
Oh, the food truck.
Yeah,
See, none of those were genius. It's the convenience of the food truck. Yeah, we have two Magic players, and they are owners of a food truck, and they like bringing it on over for FNMs, and people can just walk right outside the store, and we have a food truck right there.
So are they playing?
Yeah.
Do they stick around and play Friday night?
They do.
Oh, that's awesome.
So they'll usually sell food during the first round-ish, and then they'll just jump in and play the other 2 rounds. And if somebody wants something, they can run out there and cook it real quick.
That's fantastic. I like it.
It really, and the food's really good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have pesto, they have Alfredo pasta. Like, it's great. I had a calzone, guys. It was amazing. It was amazing.
It is good food. It's better than a convenience store food. It's true. It's also a little bit more expensive. Yeah, see? We've already given them a divine rating, which a taste of heaven.
4 stars.
Apparently
5 out of 7.
Here we are advertising all of the craziness that is a food truck.
Yeah.
So last we talked was Tuesday. And there was a significant collection coming into the store.
Yes. We have had 2 just gigantic buys. We are stuttering a little bit on our back cam. We can probably lower the...
Fix this one?
Yeah, let's lower the quality of our back cam because we're not that important. But yeah, we've had 2 just huge buys for our store as far as singles go, and pretty soon here we're going to be getting all those cards up on our TCG, and once our website goes up, then we may be putting all those up on our site as well. I think it'll take a little longer for our singles to be up on our website, but still, if you guys need Legacy and Modern staples, we have them. Starting Sunday night when these guys get back from Phoenix.
Should we just go like this?
Not sure. Give them a link.
Nope, not like that. There's a way to do it, but
you can find it.
Yeah, there's just one too many steps to finding a card on here, store on here, right?
Yeah.
It'd be nice if it was a little easier.
You know we have one.
Find a seller, and then you type in Paragon City Games, all one word, and it pulls up, and you search for the seller, and you shop this seller, and at the moment you can find a very nice Mana Drain from Legends at $103. Oh, it's Italian.
Yep, and we have...
Ooh, here's a Future Sight Tarmogoyf. Maybe I should buy this for only $86.
See, and this is all... These are just the stuff that we have before we're
Right.
getting in all of these other things.
Right.
We are getting in so many things.
There's
all
this.
right. Looks like our...
Ooh, we got some players.
We do. Yeah, we have book chases, too.
Yeah, if you guys need a book chase, there is a lot of them here.
We have many.
All right, we've got Paul playing lands. And we have... Who's playing with the Delver Mat?
Good question.
It's I know who it is. Eric, like this.
Yeah.
And Eric is playing Show and Tell, I
He was
believe.
playing Show and Tell last week. Do we have any standard stuff on the calendar tomorrow? I believe we run a standard. Our share a box event is at 5.
Round 2. 0, 0. There we go. Let's see who we have on our backup match. We've got...
Oh, HC Fox. He said the standard word. Oh,
uh-oh.
I said it too.
Guys, this is Legacy. We maybe sometimes refer to Modern, but we don't talk about other things.
He's on a Sultai. Control. Something.
Sultai Delver.
Yeah. Is it Delver?
I don't know.
Is it Delver now?
And he's playing...
Yeah, Yoda Muppet. You can't just say calendar all wills and nils. Alright. The match has started. We've already seen some lands die.
You can talk about it in like a historical context if you want to. Mm-hmm. That's all right. Back when there was Type 2, when you're referring about, you know, the transition into 1.5 right. and extended.
It all has
to
be
okay.
It all has to be past tense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The only present tense Type 2 that we talk about is the fact that it doesn't exist.
Yeah, they got rid of that format, I'm pretty sure. That was a really weird way of talking about a format. What do you play? Type 2? Type 2? Type 1?
Like diabetes?
And then there was Type 1.5? What? Okay. I'm going to find an island.
Of the basic variety.
So I'm pretty sure if you're Eric, you really like this matchup.
Well, he's playing Underground C. Do we know he's on Show and Tell? I don't know very many Show and Tells that run Underground C. Do you?
No. So this is not Show and Tell.
This is not Show and Tell.
This isn't Show and Tell, guys.
He's playing something else tonight.
I'm pretty sure it's Eric. Let's just get rid of that. It's just Eric, guys. I don't know what he's playing. He's got some cards. He's got a basic island that he fetched for. Cause and effect. Show and tell, and then there's an owl, which is
Ka.
Just keep trying. I don't mind. Right? It's that good.
Cast Show and Tell. Belful Strix. Got him.
Draw a card.
Let's take care of that Taiga. Let's not let
I was
going to
say,
mana.
if Eric was on Show and Tell, I think he'd be favored against lands.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
L5 Iga. L5R Iga. My bad. Welcome to our stream. Thanks for the follow.
Type square root -1.
I'm down with that.
That's the imaginary format.
Do we need to have like a type format for Commander, or can we just leave it as is?
That's a scrubland. So we're on Esper. There's a Stoneforge. All right, so we're on an Esper.
Yeah,
Stoneblade.
we're on an Esper Deathblade. Esper Stoneblade, Deathblade, Stoneblade.
Esper Blade with a stone or a death or a the bird has death touch, so it's definitely Stoneblade. Yeah, Esper Blade. You got it.
Yep.
Probably there's not even a blade in this deck. There's probably
a Jete and a Batterskull.
Yeah.
No blades.
Oh, we got the mana bond. We're mana bonding.
Just call it Esper Germ.
Paul is going to go blah and put all his lands out.
Esper Showblade.
You better play meat hooks.
No. After our what was it, a GPT? Or was it a PP? No, it was a GPT. Yeah, we had a GPT like quite a few months ago that meat hooks took the whole thing down. We haven't seen the deck since.
Right?
It's just they just never came back.
Yep. It went. We had a deck go 4-0 here, right?
Yeah.
And stop. So Paul decided to not do the mana bond ability.
Yep.
He apparently has another non-land card in his hand. He wants
to keep.
Is it a gamble? Stupid card. Somebody else might be here with show and tell, yeah. And I'm pretty sure Eric was playing show and tell.
Last time I played against Eric, he was playing against show and tell. I lost.
Batter skull. Might be too late. Attack for 1. I'm not sure if Philip was or not.
All right. So the fact that Eric is on Esper Blade, this isn't a favorable matchup for him, is it? I feel like Lands just has a lot going for this matchup.
Life of the Loam gets back some lands that are all going to come into play. Wasteland. Taiga?
Yep. That looks right.
And so he's got a crop rotate in hand. And then Manabon says, I'm going to play these lands. All of them.
Here they are. Found them.
Oh, look, I get to waste your Taiga. Make it so you can't do things. Play Glacial Chasm. Sacrifice a land to Chasm.
Yeah.
Chasm.
By Tranquil Thicket.
It's the thing. It's a cut in the glacier.
Mm-hmm. And get rid of Tundra.
Yeah. Right.
Right. I imagine we'll see a lot of hate from Eric in game 2, but that's kind of Lands for you though. When Lands is playing against a fair deck, their game 1 is just always going to be very favored.
And if you can't answer Mana Bond before he gets to dump his whole hand, it just speeds up the game so fast.
It really can.
Chasm goes. All right, Eric did find a wasteland though. That's, I mean, at least a turn.
It's not gonna. If he only had one green source, then it would be really effective. But since Paul has 2, the wasteland's not spectacular.
Except you got to use it for the. I mean, he'll have a 20/20 if he doesn't use it there.
Yes.
So it doesn't.
Yeah, but
matter.
Paul just gets to dump these 3 lands back into play,
yeah.
And he'll be able to wasteland the wasteland. He doesn't really care what happens besides that.
Spell Pierce. Okay. Life alone gets pierced. Those 3 lands that Paul wanted are going to wait till next turn.
The card's not even good.
Life of the Loam?
Yeah, just a terrible card.
It is. You pay 2, you only get 3 cards from your graveyard back into your hand. and it has this mechanism to fill cards into your graveyard.
Right. It's not even doing anything.
It just isn't broken at all. I'd say it's fixed. It was broken, but somebody repaired it, and so...
Hearing you talk positively about... or like...
There's no sarcasm at all in that tone of voice at all, guys.
This is coming from a guy who thinks that Life from the Loam is like the most busted card in Magic, and it should
maybe
be banned.
Only because of Gamble.
Okay, just because of Gamble.
Yeah, right.
Because then you're not gambling, and then Gamble doesn't feel like a gamble.
Right. 1 mana tutors that put the card right where you want it seem overpowered.
Yeah, and you can do that in red.
I want a 1 mana tutor for the cards I want in my deck. That'd be really helpful. Oh, I've already got Life of the Loam in my hand. I'll just get this other card that I needed, like a Dark Depths or something that's still going to end up in my... That's how you know. Wait.
Summer Bloom is the sorcery that's banned in Modern, not Loam.
That's how you know it's a fake format?
Yeah. Modern's a fake format. That's what he's implying.
No. Life of the Loam's not mediocre.
It is a pretty busted Magic card.
Gamble, sure. Gamble doesn't work in any other deck. Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Gamble doesn't.
But paired with Life of the Loam, yeah, it feels busted.
I mean, he's got Loam going. Is the game over yet?
Nope, but it's an eventuality at this point. Yeah, what he said. Except we're talking about different formats.
Yeah, that's true.
Why didn't Batterskull? So at the time when Batterskull could have come into play, Wasteland took care of Tundra. I don't know why it hasn't now. Yeah, exactly.
That's
exactly.
true.
I'm saying it now. I wouldn't be against it getting banned today. People talk about Deathrite Shaman. No. That's fine. Leave that card. That's good.
That card's a great card.
Yeah.
It gets rid of Loam.
Yeah. Right? It's a fix. It's a bad fix, but it's there. Maybe just ban Dredge as a mechanic.
You shut your dirty mouth.
You're the one who just said it. You just said it wasn't good back then, but now it's really too good. We don't mention the B word. I agree, HC Fox. I don't see how he wins this game. And I guess if he gets a Deathrite Shaman out and gets the timing right, he could get rid of Life of the Loam.
It would almost have to be right now, though.
Yeah.
Because we're about to see a 2020 this turn. I mean, sure, he might have a Swords for it now, but...
And then Life of the Loam says, let's try again.
Yeah. Maybe it takes one more turn.
Right.
Yeah, so he just responds to this by activating Dark Depths. Sorry, activating Thespian Stage and getting a 2020 indestructible flying creature.
It loses to lots of things. Just not 3/2 flyers and dazes. Okay, so I'm a person who's biased because I'm a person. That's okay. I never said I wasn't.
This is exactly why I brought up this topic. Because Bryce just can't not fight about it. It's great.
I'm fine with losing to lots of things. I think I've lost to Life of the Loam and Gamble enough times that put out your 2020, but do it more fairly.
Pay 3 mana 10 times.
Yeah. Okay,
Do it.
you have a 2020 flying indestructible. I figured out a way to get rid of it. I shouldn't have to bring it back the exact next turn. That's not fair. Come on. You guys are with me on this. I know. Deep down,
We're all on the same page.
you all agree.
All right, let's take a look at our other table. Oh, look.
They're
I
shuffling.
bet you can bet with. Oh,
Yeah.
you ruined it.
Sorry.
I was gonna let Chad.
I ruined it. It's true.
Guess.
Guess.
All right, guys. Do you think they're playing Magic or do you think they're shuffling?
I prefer the Turbo Depths matchup, though. I actually quite like it because then I can think through and my counter spells actually matter, as opposed to I counter something and then they just do it again next turn.
Tadab, hey, how's it going?
Delirium. I need to be
Welcome in.
playing Delirium. That's a fantastic idea. I like it.
They're always shuffling. I know. That's all they do.
Look how Paul is like asserting dominance by leaving his 2020 indestructible, right? As if it's still in play.
It's in play.
Yeah. I'm sideboarding and I've got a foil token.
Hey, and Tadab, while it's on my mind and you just jumped into chat, just letting you know, Fridays are 3 rounds. Tuesdays are 4 rounds. So just making sure your mentality is prepared for what's going on tonight.
Did Delirium top 8? Was it in a sideboard?
Someone was playing it?
I don't see it in a top 8 deck, but that doesn't mean it wasn't played. I don't think anybody would have main decked it.
No problem, Tadab. I got you.
Maybe I should. Let's look up this Delirium card.
I want to
Is it
see
from
it.
Mirage? It didn't. I can't.
Top result.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at me, man. It's from Mirage, guys. It's amazing.
Let's show the masses, shall we? That way they can.
Not where I wanted that to go. Yeah, you can just use the. Oh my gosh, you can use the MTG bot, but no, nobody did. I thought somebody MTG botted it. You can only play it on their turn because that makes sense. Tap target creature that player controls deals damage to that player equal to its power. That's really, really.
Guys, I can play this in John.
Very specific, but I like it actually. And
I do
Lance
too.
has like no answer to that card, right?
Unless they have a Glacial Chasm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Therese Nielsen too.
And
Yeah, it really is awesome. The art is fantastic.
There's some stuff going on in that art. Don't look too closely, guys.
Guys, I am so putting this into my Gem sideboard over a Diabolic Edict. Like 100%.
They are available for 5 cents, and you can buy them right now.
What's a foil for?
It's Mirage, so there's no foils.
Oh, Mirage. Why? I don't understand. Yeah, I'm going to pick one up.
Swords to Plowshares with False Cure. Okay, wait. Delirium, very specific sideboard card, fits into certain decks, still can do some things. Swords to Plowshares and False Cure might be a little trickier.
Sorry, I forgot it was in Mirage. I apologize. I just wanted to know if I could have a spicy one of that was foil.
It combos with Rancor for 2+ damage.
It does. I can Rancor their Merit Lage and then Delirium.
Wait, you're going to 2020 during my main phase?
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm going to cast Rancor. Oh, a judge printing?
A judge printing?
No judge printing of Delirium.
All right, guys. We're started. Things have happened. We've got a Barbarian Ring. We've got a Grove of the Burn Willows off of the Exploration. And now we're seeing our second land after a turn 1 DRS.
Look at this perfectly balanced, fair Deathrite Shaman, which is keeping Paul's deck completely in check.
How can Paul ever expect to Barbarian Ring this card?
He maybe has a gamble in hand, and he might not choose to do it because it would actually be a gamble.
Right. I mean, we keep teasing about this, but in all reality, Deathrite Shaman is a really, really good card for the format. Right. It keeps a ton of things in check, and its power level doesn't say, hey, like this is the best thing. I mean,
an Oblivion Ring, just what I expected.
Things,
just what I expected to come down right there.
It can play many different roles.
Powers out broken cards like Oblivion Ring on turn 2. Just what you guys... I thought True Name Nemesis. No.
Which is obviously busted.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a mana dork. And it
died.
Ramped.
It died to
and
the
it dies
card
to
that
Punishing
you
Fire.
want to remove.
Yep. All right. Looks like Punishing Fire is online.
We get a Liliana here.
Oh,
let's make the lands player discard. Haha.
Do it.
Oh, no. We got
no,
a sword.
blade. There's a blade.
Yeah, it's a blade. We're actually playing Esper Blade.
There is a blade.
Yep.
Maybe even 2 blades. Is that considered 2 blades on one sword?
It's a sword of... So, single sword with 2 edges.
Okay.
Hey, look, I've got a Thespian Stage and a Dark Depths.
And it already has 4 counters on it.
And it doesn't matter how many counters it has on it because I win next turn. That's fun. We're all having fun here.
Yeah.
Eric's having fun.
You can tell.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to equip my Deathrite Shaman. Yeah. Oh, it died. Hey, that saved him a turn. I think Paul could have won, but he chose to destroy the Deathrite Shaman instead.
That's fine. Stip? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Or Swords to Plowshares?
Welcome back to chat, Brian. Why are you saying what you're saying, though?
Sometimes you just have a question. You just put some letters in front of it.
Put some letters in front of it.
You just ask it. Oh, Eric's at 21. Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
The lands player gets the wastelands, though. That's good. And a clue.
I don't blame Paul for not just going for it.
I do. He should have won. He could have won. Oh, see, yeah, but he tapped out to equip, right? So the win was on the table.
With the win on the table, and yeah, that's what was weird, is he tapped out to equip, and
See,
instead of
maybe
just winning the game, he just goes, all right, Punishing Fire, you're a guy.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Paul likes to draw it out and torture his opponent just a little. Oh, you're going to equip with that sword? Nah, Punishing Fire.
Well, of course that's what Eric's trying to draw. I mean, he's going to need a Swords to Plowshare to take care of a 2020.
But he doesn't have any white now.
I mean, he's just throwing this down as an ambush viper,
Yeah.
right? With no death touch. It's just a 2-1. Yeah, he could.
Oh, I see. He could have had a land in hand. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why the Snapcaster right there. What that accomplishes.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
He played it after he already took damage, right? So.
See, that's what we need to get you, Bryce. We need to get you playing more meddling mages.
Ooh, I do have the meddling mages. What would I meddle?
Life in the Loam.
Life of the Loam. That's a great idea. Maybe I'll just play a deck filled with surgical extractions, meddling mages, the what's the white card from Conspiracy where you name a number and you can't cast cards that cost that number?
Sanctum Prelate.
Prelate. I'll just play and just
Prelate
say
on 2.
I am not going to lose to Loam. Beat me with something else.
That's even better because 2 also catches P-Fire.
Yeah. Come on, Jorgensen. I'm thinking about this as we talk. We're figuring it out. It's a process here. Come on.
Sanctum Prelate gets both. Okay? You just Sanctum Prelate on 2 and lands just cries. And then they draw their lands just like normal people do, and then they win anyway.
All right, so this is not Jay on Nick Fit. This is somebody else on Blue-Red.
I think this is our same
Okay, so
Blue-Red
this is
player from
Josh on Blue-Red.
Josh on Blue-Red Delver. And he has no permanence in play.
Not Josh, no Josh on Blue-Red Delver.
Blue question mark.
Ooh, perfect. When you hold down the shift button, that's what happens, guys.
I love it though, guys. Earlier today we did an awful draft where we had a Garrick Relentless in our draft.
Yeah.
And the Garrick was amazing, but our deck was kind of not that. And we were talking about how Garrick Relentless was decent in Legacy, but like not good at all in Modern. And look, here it is. Here's Garrick Relentless.
There he
just
is,
tearing
guys.
it up.
Right there.
Don't worry about it.
It's a shiny one.
It's fantastic.
We've got a little blurriness going on, don't we? Where's the autofocus? Prelate only loses to the one of Molten Vortex. So I need to play Sanctum Prelate. I like it. I like it. Oh, wait. Lands can still win? Boo. Yep, that's what it would be. I would build a deck to be like, haha, answers. And
then they would just draw
then
it
they
out
would just naturally go, here's a Dark Depths, here's a stage, here's a couple lands, and I win. Oh, and a Mox Diamond, so I do it earlier. A pale imitation because it's white, so it's a pale imitation.
Oh yeah, the pieces are much harder to find without Loam, but I can't tell you how many times I've taken lands off of Loam, and next thing you know, they're like, okay, you know, like we're grinding out the game, and he's like, look, I found a Thespian stage, and I'm going, great. Yeah. You know, now they just need one more piece, and then it's like two, 3 turns later, and they're like, all right, found the Dark Depths, got you. I'm like, okay.
Crop rotation is still
they can
a
still
good card.
Yeah, they can still just draw their cards, is what I'm really saying.
Blue Black Tez, that's the way to go, huh?
Oh, I want to play Blue Black Tez so bad.
And Snaring Bridge and a Darksteel Forge.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
HC Fox, we're definitely going to play some Tez at some point on Moto. Just
This is rude.
a fair warning for people.
You've got a volcanic island.
gonna
I'm going
happen.
to wasteland it and kill you. So I'm not sure which game this is. This is probably at least game 2. And the Sultai Delver list, I think it's a Delver list. It might be just a Sultai control list. It might not be playing Delver.
Maybe not.
Yeah, that transmute artifact is spiking, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Is that its price in paper?
Yeah.
Jeez. Jorgensen, I'm with you on that one. I want to see the list.
I don't think this is Delver. I think it's just a Sultai control list.
Well, this is a. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think this was Delver even when we first pulled that up.
I'll fix it for you guys. I'm also picky.
Well, if you just get it right the first time, we wouldn't ever have to deal with this.
Right?
1 in 1,000. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, but transmute's on the reserve list, I believe.
It is.
Which is why the price spike. Yeah, rest in peace, Helm. So instead of rest in peace, don't you do Leyline? Leyline of the Void?
Yeah, you can. Most decks like the Leyline more, but Rest in Peace is still a combo with it, and I've seen it been done probably just as much.
You can name 4 things with a ready ult on Spyglass. Whoa! Wait a minute. It's been a while since I've read a Duretti.
Hey, that foil Spyglass that I traded you the other day, Bryce.
Choose target artifact card in
that.
your graveyard or an artifact on the battlefield. Put 3 tokens that are copies of it onto the battlefield. So you Spyglass, and then you ult Duretti, which is...
Oh, this is the red-black Duretti.
Not
Okay.
impossible.
Gotcha.
And you just name 4 things.
Just shut off their whole deck.
Yeah. No fetching for you. No Deathred Shamaning for you. No Lilianaing for you.
Just none of the things.
Okay, so I'm going to go out on a limb here, guys.
Wait.
I think TJ is going to win this one. Oh, there's a bolt. Maybe not. Maybe not. Hold on.
Without that wolf, I don't know if you can win.
Create your own recall. And so I need some Durettis, guys. I don't think I have any.
I have one. I could trade you it.
It probably uses more than one.
I'm trying to help.
Other than Duretti and Transmute, I probably have most of the cards.
Yeah.
I don't have any Transmute artifacts.
I wouldn't play it in paper. I'd probably play it on Moto and do that on a Moto stream.
It's significantly cheaper. Yeah.
Good news. We just got all the streaming equipment all set up at my house.
Sweet.
Which means I don't have to come in to stream. Which I still will a lot of times. Like if I'm streaming with Patrick or if I'm streaming with Brian, I'll probably come in. But it means if I do ever have spare time where I'm not doing anything, I can just jump on and hang out with you guys. So
I still haven't pulled the trigger on drafting. I thought I would draft a couple sets, and
I'll probably start drafting. We actually need Liliana's in our collection, and right now there's the flashback draft going on. So I'll probably do a couple drafts. Not that like we're just doing it for the Lilianas, but
bolt, haha, take 6 and I lose.
Oh, okay.
All right, TJ gets that probably 2-0.
I would assume so.
And that's gonna do it for round 2, guys. Yeah.
Josh can DT every turn and still lose. Yep. That's the reality of it.
So,
Welcome back to the booth, guys.
has anyone ever told which one of us sounds like Ray? Do I sound like Ray?
Ray Romano. Browser teeth, which one of us?
Yeah.
We have our names right under our face.
Look at that. Right there.
This one.
Ooh,
Bryce?
I don't think anybody's ever told me this.
I
need to not sound like Ray Romano.
You're just going to have to change your entire everything.
Yep. I'm going to have to I can't do it, guys. I don't know how to change my voice.
You didn't realize how much fun streaming is until you did it yourself. I will admit, I had been watching streams for years, like consistently before I started streaming. hands down, it is a blast. I can say it is something that I love doing every day.
Just own it. See how far I can take it. What are our guys' names? They're right there. It's right there. Right there. We just did that. Man, it's all backwards. Hey, I'd like to order a pizza. Wait a minute, you sound really familiar. Yeah, as if the pizza guy is gonna know who Ray Romano is, right? That's like we're like a decade past from people knowing
who
Ray. Yeah, Kyer here is going. Wait, Ray Romano. Why should I know that?
It sounds super familiar, but I can honestly say I do not know who that is. Do not know.
Which one of us is the Plinko? It's the
Plinko.
Yeah, in the middle, right there.
That's Plinko.
Right there.
We named him Plier, right? Isn't that what we named?
I've
named
never
him?
been told.
There had to be an L in there.
We need to change the voice settings so that I no longer sound like Ray Romano. Let's just tweak those.
Just talk in a consistent falsetto.
If Patrick was here, he would just be able to like
he would
make it happen. Not so much me, guys. All right, we got Duretti.
I could just do a complete switch and just have a British accent.
I want to Duretti 4 spyglasses. That's the thing I want to do.
That's the thing I want to see you do.
Yeah. Durettis are affordable.
Well, I'll throw one your way. Yeah, I think they're pretty cheap.
The transmute artifacts, not so much.
No.
Did you guys get some, or are those going out?
I honestly don't know.
I think I saw some.
So the big deal with the collections that we have, one of them is in our possession, and then the other one, the deal closed today, and then our workers will be, our owner and manager will be back on Sunday with the rest of it, and we're going to process both buys together. So probably by the end of next week, I would expect everything to be all set and easy to find everything easy to find. So if you are looking for anything specific, guys, seriously, I've seen this collection. We have most things.
And if you guys go online and look, most of their prices are below market price.
Yeah, we call it Paragon pricing. Usually what we do is we take any price online that any market price online, and we take 5% off. We even in store we take 5% off of the market price,
which sometimes enables you to get a really good steal.
Yeah, absolutely, it does.
Cards.
Well, I think we're one of the very few stores that realizes that we compete with online stores. A lot of stores nowadays, they'll like give you a convenience tax of like, hey, let's tack on a couple extra dollars onto this card since you walked in and bought it. That's not really how we want to run things. We're competing with online prices, so we do make ours cheaper.
I'm just looking at cards that you guys have online right now. Which ones do I want to buy?
And even before these two huge buys, we got in a couple collections that were just fantastic. Yeah. For instance, this we're working on a buy right now that's like my heart is just invested. One of our EDH guys, he's he has all foiled out
Esper deck,
EDH decks, and he brought in one to trade in today, and it had not one, not two, not three, but 4 cards that I need foiled for my cube. I only need like 58 more cards for my $720 20 card cube.
Yeah.
So coming across foils for this sucker is really, really hard to do without just buying it online. But yeah, he's got a foil treachery in there.
Ooh, yeah.
Foil treachery.
Classic red state problems. Money goes to Vegas. Cardboard comes back. Then Utah money goes to Paragon. Long story, really short, Utah runs out of money for roads.
That explains all the potholes.
It's
all our fault.
Yep. I'm pretty sure you nailed it. Red state problems.
Red state.
I didn't realize this was a red state thing. Now I understand it better.
See, F711 though, that's a normal treachery. He has a foil one.
Yeah, foil.
I can tell you it is absolutely over $100.
A little bit more.
I kind of want to pull it up just to see what it actually is.
I can't do
because I'm kind of scared because I know I'm gonna get this card.
It's right about 100, I think. Treachery. I can't spell. It has an A in it, guys.
How come you can't find a link to our TCG store on our website? Well, first off, our website is very, very deeply in construction right now. Second off, we can put in a link here in a moment. It is $150 for a foil treachery. $150. That's why seeing this come across and like as something I can pick up now, it is really awesome for me because it's not a card I ever expected to even see one outside of like a GP stand or an online store.
See, so I don't think giving you this link works.
We can try it.
All right. This is what shows up if you type in search for a seller and you type in Paragon City Games. You get this link, but I don't think it takes you to it if you click it.
Weird cube things. What about weird cube things, HC Fox? Oh, that does bring up something, and I know that Jorgensen's been interested in this. Well, that Matt really got shifted. Yeah. I do plan on running a cube this next Sunday. Mm-hmm. So not this Sunday, but the next one. And it is my goal to stream it this time.
Cool.
Last time we got a full 16 people, and that was including me, and so I decided not to stream it, and then Jorgensen got really upset with me. And I tried to apologize, but in all reality, I was so happy about having 16 people that I really didn't care.
Right.
But this time, I really, really want to stream it. It sounds like so much fun to me. So I've already made a couple switches this week, and I'm getting things set up for next Sunday. And if I can get a couple more foils for it.
So if you want a book chase for $80, that's a good price.
That is a good price.
And they're LP, but they're really nice shape.
Their market price is around 100,
yeah.
And we're selling them for 80.
Yeah.
So
a port for $81. I'll believe it when I see it. Right?
2 pods, Strifo. 2 separate pods, and then we combine the pods to play the tournament. It was awesome.
Why is land equilibrium spiked so hard? That's silly.
I have no idea.
That's just silliness. A Judge promo Galactique for 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, Future Cyclewave, 86.
I saw that and went, maybe I should grab that real quick while it's at that price, because it should be higher.
This is exactly why I wanted to bring up the fact that we have this TCG site. You know, like we haven't since our site isn't up. This is where we're selling our cards until we get that part of our store up. Zachlax, no, mine is unpowered. The only reason I unpower it is because I've built the cube to support 2 pods, and when it comes to running a 720 cube, power does not work well in a 720 cube. It works really, really well in a 8-person, pod.
Yeah.
Just one 8-person pod, maybe like a 360 cube. But power is not fair for most people.
If only one person at the table gets something.
Yes. Zachlax, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it.
Foil Faden, what's your question there?
I do have a foil Faden.
Yeah. So, if you guys jump back to... Oh, not on the page. I thought I saw a foil Faden in the store. Is there one? Maybe not.
No, I probably bought it. No, I don't know.
So, if you guys... I'll show you guys this link again next Tuesday or next whenever. But... we'll be updating this page with a lot more cards.
A lot of cards.
And they're all going to be really similarly fairly priced, which is amazing.
Yeah, and if there's anything that doesn't go up on our... Yes, FS Groves for $30. Jorgensen's like looking at our TCG going, oh my goodness, how did I not know about all this? Yeah. Your purchase history on TCG feels really bad now. Hey, well, you can always give us a look. Take a look at our prices on the store. We move TCG cards constantly.
Yeah, and one of the downsides of TCG Player for me is not knowing at all where you're buying it from, right?
Yeah.
Whereas you can be sure these guys are going to send it out. Mm-hmm. If it's over, $20 or $15, you send it in a bubble mailer?
Yeah.
Right? and otherwise it's just coming in an envelope. But still, it's coming. Yeah. So Grove has come down, right? Because
it's about to get reprinted.
It's going to be reprinted in Masters.
Zachlax, you're 7 hours away. Is it a worthwhile drive to Cube? Well, from your perspective, I would probably imagine no. From my perspective, dude, we'd love to have you. I'd love to have you here.
7 hours is a long drive. I've driven 7 hours for Magic.
That's a huge drive.
But that was to go to Vegas for the GP down there.
Yeah, but the nice thing is like we've already put this out, especially at our end of year Legacy Symposium, which I'm sure I'll talk about a little more during this stream. But how's it going, Jesse? Welcome to chat. Is there going to be a cube for New Year's? Oh, Jorgensen. We have not talked about that, and you bringing that up. Oh, that is beautiful. That's a beautiful idea. That'd be fantastic. Yeah, but Zachlax, as I was saying, with our symposium at the end of the year, we've already offered to house people that come from like out of state or from far away. Our store really looks to bring people in, and I'm sure that if you wanted to come up here for a cube, we can find you a place to stay, make things nice and cheap for you. So I bring eggnog, you bring rum, Kyre's Q. Okay, yeah, that sounds absolutely amazing. That seems just like the best thing ever. When are we getting back to Legacy? Bryce just went out of the room. He's checking on the time. We haven't quite gotten our connection between the Tournament Center computer and the stream fixed because the computer that we're using today is brand new. We're still getting some settings done, and he's going to bring back that information. It should start pretty soon, though, I would imagine. OMG, are we going to be able to drink at this event? Let's just put it this way. If you bring in a drink in a water bottle and you don't give anybody a reason to think anything about it, nobody is going to question you.
Uh-oh. Are we going to be able to drink at this event? It seems
Maybe.
like with Cube, that should go hand in hand.
Well, you know what? I just got a brand new house. If worse comes to worse, we can all head over to my new place, break out a big table, and just have a drunken Cube night. That sounds like the best thing ever. This is going to be the best 24-hour stream ever. I agree. And what's going to be even more fun about this, Jorgensen, is we're going to turn this desk around that we're sitting at right now so that the camera faces the door. And during our 24-hour stream, we're going to let anybody who wants to come and just hang out with us, anybody can come back and chill with us. We're going to let the room be open.
The 6 packs of inconspicuously unlabeled Hember bottles. We're doomed! I like it, Captain QC.
Thanks, Captain QC. Appreciate it.
So we've got like 5 minutes left in the round before turns, and
awesome.
there was like 2 games still going.
Yeah, then let me continue to talk about our symposium a little bit. I'm sure some of you have not heard about it. So at the end of the year, and I'm talking December 30th and the New Year's 2-day dealio. Yes, Jesse Coons, that is the 24-hour stream. So on the 30th, December 30th, at the end of this year, we are running a Legacy Symposium. It's a 1K Legacy event. This is going to be a huge event because we're trying to bring in all the people who are on their way up to I believe the next weekend is Santa Clara, which is a team GP. So a lot of people are going to want to test for that, and we're holding a 1K. And people who are flying in, you can talk to us, and we'll find you a place to stay and make sure you can be here for that. And then on the following day, we're running a 24-hour stream that goes through New Year's, and we have all sorts of things planned, and we are continuing to plan things for that 24-hour stream. So if you guys want to be here, 1K is on the 30th. Yes.
Now, wait. Captain QC, is that a real question? Where is Utah? Is that a real question?
How far is that? Utah sounds like the middle of nowhere. It's not the middle of nowhere. It's actually the middle of the U.S. But thanks. The middle of the West Coast. Jesse Coons, the tournament is on the 30th. It's on the 30th. Our stream, our 24-hour stream, I believe we will have a little bit of live Magic, but most of it's going to be on Moto, and we'll have tons of guests come in and hang out with us.
Oh, you're in Canada? Okay. So Utah is in between Colorado and Nevada, and which makes it below Calgary.
It is below Calgary.
So it's a similar landscape to Calgary.
It is below Alberta.
I thought Utah was a place in Central Europe. Oh, come on. Come on. Salt Lake City, Utah had the 2002 Winter Olympics, guys. Come on, I thought everybody knew where Salt Lake City was now.
Jesse Coons, you're gonna do some team event in Santa Clara, huh? I'm not sure. Am I playing modern or standard? I am definitely a modern player. The only issue is that the deck that's kind of my bread and butter is not great at the moment. But I think I already have a team for it. But I'm not 100%.
That's a good point. How many Utah Porters hungry? F711, do I know? I do not personally know any polygamists.
I don't.
I think there maybe was one or two in my high school, but I'm not sure.
I have never met one.
Right? We should be pretty close to round 3.
Jund is my modern bread and butter deck. It's the only deck that I've taken to get pro points out of
Jund, and he's played Jund.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know any Mormons?
If you live in Salt Lake City, it'd be really hard to not know any.
It would be
Mormons.
really, really hard. Like where we live, it's like depending on the city in Utah, it ranges from like I think like the lowest percentage of Mormons is like 30%.
There were 0 polygamists. You don't know. Maybe there were.
Yeah, I have no.
Come on.
I have no idea.
Come on, Romario. There may have been.
Oh man.
Do you know any Mormons?
I could probably sub to Abzan. In fact, I know I could do that. The deck is very similar. I've played it before. I have experience with it. I could do that.
Right? Yeah, it's true. I don't know who's being honest with a real question or somebody's being difficult. Somebody just said, "Where's Utah?" I was like, "Well, wait a minute. Yeah, I guess you're asking
we don't
for
know.
real."
We don't know who's trolling and who's not trolling. We just answer the questions, man.
Captain QC, yes, technically it's illegal.
Illegal.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep. No, polygamy means more than 2 languages. There was a show on some channel about a polygamous family, right? I didn't watch it. But it gave Utah like more national recognition because of it.
Because of polygamy?
Yeah, because there was like an open show. It was like Sister Wives or something like that, right?
Yeah,
that was a thing.
Keep in mind, like I do know that there are polygamists in Utah, but they usually stick in like colonies, like
right. Well,
like Hutterites or yeah.
It's not like you advertise the fact.
No,
right?
They don't advertise it. Do I play strictly Jund or do I vary to Abzan when Abzan's good? Honestly, Jesse, I can play anything. Like, it doesn't really matter what I play. It's just if I'm going to be playing a deck in a big tournament like that, I would want to be playing a deck that I have a lot of experience with.
It's easy to go O2 drop with any deck, right?
It's really easy to go O2 drop with any deck. But I know mid-range decks in that strategy much, much better. Your girlfriend watches that crap? I'm sorry.
So this is Friday Night Magic, and here at Paragon we've got like 70 players in that room next door. Mm-hmm. So it's probably the reason for the little bit of a delay here while they get the next matchup going.
Could I play Death Shadow? Death Shadow is a little more of a Delver type build, meaning I've tried to play it. I would need a lot of reps.
Yeah.
To play Death Shadow to actually feel like I'm playing it optimally, and I would not jump into a big tournament with that deck.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't
right now.
jump into any big tournament with a deck you haven't picked up before, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if you understand the
concept.
concept.
And I do plan to test for Santa Clara, so I definitely will pick the deck that I feel like is best for the tournament.
So we have, I think there's only 10 players playing Legacy.
A couple more than that.
Okay.
I think we've got like 14 for Legacy. Mm-hmm. We have over 20 for Standard, and then we have over 30 for Modern, and then we also have a draft fired as well. And we have a table for Commander.
I think there's 2 tables now.
2 tables for Commander.
Yeah. So I think there's 10 people.
Every Friday we fill our store.
Yeah. So I'm going to blame that for the reason why nobody's sat down for this next round of Legacy yet.
Yep.
On Tuesdays, it's just Legacy.
Yes.
Which means we can fire a little quicker.
Uh-huh.
But sometimes when all of the different formats finish at the same time, that's kind of hard to get them all fired.
Typically we have like one person working our register and one person working the tournament center. And when you have 4 or 5 tournaments that you're running at one time, it can one tournament might get a little delayed because we're trying to get another tournament's rounds up.
They're not humans. No. We already verified that Modern is an acceptable format to discuss. Like, those are potential Legacy players, right? So you can't just kick them out.
No, we just need to bring them to the dark side.
They just need to witness. See, they're seated near the Legacy. It actually is like, no, it isn't. It's Modern and then this other unknown format and then Legacy. Seems.
Yeah. Oh, Jesse, I feel the same way because I built Death Shadow and I tried it a couple times, and you know what? I didn't like it.
Actually elevate the Legacy tables. If you go up the 3 stairs to the Legacy section of the tournament, that would be fantastic. The more expensive our staples. No, I think we're successfully jacking the prices of our own cards without their help.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the reason Legacy staples are going up in price is because more people are playing Legacy.
Get on our level.
Get on our level. I like it. It didn't enter Mard. Yeah.
You started playing Legacy? Yeah, that's a really good way to think about it, Todd.
Hey, look at all these cool cantrips I get to cast. Right? Look at these cool things I get to do. I like it. All right, I'm going to go check these.
All right, cool. It's true. I mean, legacy prices are going up, but it hardly has to do with the number of people playing. It's just the fact that time keeps going by. Their demand is still just as high as it ever was, but there's no more being printed. As long as they keep selling, the prices will continue to creep up. Yeah, Conspiracy and Commander cards entering Legacy, it has mattered. Not like a ton, but it absolutely has mattered. Awesome. We got some names, huh? TJ, Celtic Control against
Lands.
Against Lands, huh? We got Paul.
And here we've got Jeremiah.
Yeah. Oh, I agree, Jesse. It's such a different strategy. When I played it, I found myself just like committing suicide, and then my opponent doing just like something super small, and then they kill me, and I go back in my in my mind and try to think of like where I went wrong. Like should I have been more careful with my life total here and here? Like where were my mistakes? And it's always so hard to tell because I always felt like I was doing relevant things against my opponent. I just am not the best pilot of the deck.
Well, okay, chat, I got a question for you. We just watched Lands. Do you want to watch Lands versus Soltec Control, TJ on Soltec Control, or should we start off with Jeremiah and his bug list bug control, Sultai control also, but the older version, versus Eric on his Esper Blade deck.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what you want to see. Jeremiah.
Lands, always lands. Well, we know what Jorgensen wants.
Is it like that? Is that right?
We have a bunch of other people in the chat. How about we get an opinion, guys? Put lands on backup. All right, we're 1-1. You don't mind either. Okay, that does not help us, Captain QC, but I appreciate it.
All right, I think this is going to be the more... Yeah, lands might be backup since it'll...
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I'd love to see a different deck that you didn't mention.
Is there a poor sucker playing Nourishing Lich? Get that on camera? No.
The options were Bug versus Esper Blade or Lands and Sultai Control.
Bomberman and Ley Lines. Oh, my bad. Here, let's get those guys on. Hold on.
That's on the next table over.
Hold on. Let me get those guys. I'll kick Paul and TJ off, even though they're undefeated going into this round.
Yeah.
This is so weird. We're moving into our last round.
Right?
I feel like we just got here, Bryce. What's going on?
And we're almost done.
Yeah, Bug versus Blade. I agree. This is a good matchup. Lots and lots of interaction here.
So this card list is available on this webpage that I'll show you. This Bug list is I'm pretty sure it's pretty close, or if not card for the first place. The Hans Jakob Gothic Sultai Delver list.
Yeah, we saw all of these cards and no cards that weren't on this list, right? So
yeah,
it probably...
Oh,
that's right.
Sideboard card.
Yeah, it was a
Vapor Snag.
Vapor Snag. Thank you.
So yeah, one's Vapor Snag instead of Toxic Deluge.
All right, turn 1 Delver. Let's get going.
Delver versus the Delver Mat. That doesn't seem right. I told Eric the other day that every time you play a Delver and you flip the Delver, you should flip your entire mat. It's just because it's a double-sided mat.
When I was playing in the Seattle Tacoma event, everybody got those mats, and the second you put them down on the table, they shift so easily because there's no grip on them.
Right.
And people always made that joke, look guys, between games I switch my mat, but they're really just not all that functional. I mean, it's working well for Eric, but he got the cool judge one.
He is a judge, so it makes sense.
Yeah. I don't want to be a judge. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to be a judge
mat?
just for a mat.
Oh, okay.
The judge promos are tempting, but...
Mighty Quinn, please.
Undefeated decks are boring.
Right? These decks are not undefeated.
Yeah, these ones aren't.
Swords to Plowshares. Just set it down on another mat. Sure, as opposed to a table.
Yeah, it probably does. That's true.
Swords to Plowshares got Dazed. Yeah. It's not. Okay, I'm going to go out into the hall where Eric's mom is and just tell him. Except, no, that's not how it works, guys.
That's how you spell his name.
Yep.
I checked. When you guys weren't looking, I checked.
I maybe did misspell Jeremiah's name. I'm not sure. Okay, thanks. You're welcome. No problem. Be right back.
No problem. All right, what do we got?
A Baleful Strix, an answer to Delver. That's what that is. Ooh,
that is...
Days and then Days. Guys, he's got days for days. Yeah. Woo.
All right, in for 3 more. Couple more of these, and this game will be over real quick. Looks like he's got a Wasteland.
If he never doesn't have a Days, then... and he plays Pirate Stompy.
Stoneforge Mystic.
Days isn't going to work here.
Nope.
Jeremiah is going to Brainstorm instead.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find a Force of Will. I kind of like... Well, no. was going to say I kind of like wastelanding in response there, but no, that doesn't make sense, because if he finds a daze, then you... Hey, Eric has tried 2 different ways to deal with this Delver and has not found it. Jeremiah gives a big thumbs up. You get that Stoneforge Mystic. It's good.
It's also going to get Fatal Pushed, but we don't need to talk about that.
No.
Actually, we probably should talk about that.
Well, as soon as it happens, we can.
Okay.
We'll leave them in suspense.
Sounds good. All right. We have a sword. A blade.
Right? Why is it
namesake of the deck?
Esper blade, Esper sword, Esper equipment. There's so many other names that make more sense. Esper Stoneforge.
Is this the sword on the right side of Stoneforge Mystic's head or the sword on the left side?
I don't know.
I can't actually tell.
Waste.
Let's take out your untap source. Response Fatal Push.
Oh, or not. Why wouldn't you Fatal Push there if you have one in hand?
Because you also have another black source in hand.
But you just do it right then. There's no reason not to.
I agree.
The pointy hand goes in the other man. That's what they were gonna name the deck. And then somebody said, you know, Blade would be shorter, so let's just call it that.
Now I wonder if he kept this because he wants Eric to commit more mana to getting the blade into play. See, my instinct is just not let them get the blade into play.
Yeah.
But I could understand. I think I understand this. So Eric's probably going to pass the turn and try to get this blade in. If he doesn't, then Jeremiah can either counter or, just let it happen. But
looks like Eric's got a Liliana. Oh, maybe it wasn't.
He's going for the Stoneforge.
I thought maybe he had a Liliana in hand, which
I think he does.
Would be nice.
I think I did see a Lily.
Now we're gonna kill something.
Interesting.
Did we add a? What did you just do, Jorgensen? I don't even know. You added the TCG store page. You gotta tell the people what you did. Hey, that's pretty cool.
That is awesome.
So you can just type.
If you just type !TCG store, it will show up with our TCG store.
That's amazing.
That actually is awesome. Go check it out. See all the good prices.
Cool. Hopefully the link doesn't change. Because it is a weird thing, right?
Should just be page 1, regardless of how much is on there.
It didn't work. Sorry, Captain QC. Nice try. Doesn't work.
It was close.
Yeah, you had to look through them all, right? There are some little trinkets in there that are very nicely priced, and some things that, if you wanted some onslaught fetches, there's some up there.
All right, we got a daze on the Swords to Plowshares. We don't want this Delver leaving the battlefield, I guess.
Oh, sorry, no music request. Okay, cool. Very cool. There's the Liliana. With mana for days. Is Jeremiah have another days in hand? Is he accurately playing around a days here? After 2 of them, I wouldn't be very concerned about it. All right. Answer. My own Liliana. Eric's like, wait a minute.
Let's make sure we know what this card does.
He's at 18 life, and he's already on to his last hope. Die, Deathrite Shaman. No, Deathrite doesn't die, does it?
Nope.
It still lives.
Gives -2/-1 to a creature until their next turn.
Okay.
Yeah, Jeremiah does have a daze. It looks like a daze and a fatal push.
Liliana versus Liliana battle.
Why does this just make me think of Rick and Morty? Rick's fighting Ricks, Morty's fighting Morty's.
2 toughness, yep, 2 good.
I do agree with that, Jesse. 2 toughness is definitely a big player for it. I mean, already the 3 abilities are just nuts. Even if it gained you 1 life and made your opponent lose 1 life for 2 of its abilities, the card would still be busted. But the fact that it has 2 toughness, it really gets in the way sometimes. Minus the scientist part. She just makes zombies instead. So is it? But Jesse, is it Deathrite that's busted because it's a mana dork, or is it the fact that fetch lands are busted? What one's the real problem? I mean, I know what you're gonna say, but
doesn't die to Doomblade. It's probably pretty good.
Yep. All right, Fatal Push is gonna take care of Deathrite Shaman. Oh yeah, it's absolutely a busted magic card. No question about that. But I think it complements the format more than it hurts it.
And
yep, ban fetch lands, all of them.
Meal 2, get back something that's gonna die. Delver.
Yeah, Brainstorm would lose a lot too. Ban fetches. Settle down. We're not banning fetches.
Chite.
Mythin, but it's extremely beatable. Are you talking about Deathrite Shaman? Because it is. It's a beatable card. It's you know, it dies to pretty much every removal spell in the Legacy format. That's commonly played.
Right. It dies a lot.
It does. They die a lot. Yeah, absolutely. It is an easy card to answer. No question about that. And welcome into chat, Mythin. I'm not sure how to say your name, but I hadn't seen you before, so welcome.
All right. I'm guessing the guy with the planeswalker and the equipment on the thing is ahead compared to the player with none of those things.
I need to hear your reasoning in
That's
that,
my
because I'm just not following.
In-depth analysis right there.
It doesn't tie to Electrickery. Right, exactly, because that's the card. Mm-hmm. That's the card that matters.
Yeah.
You know?
That's how that's our baseline right there.
Right.
It makes it a solid 5 out of 7.
No, 5 out of 7 is perfect.
Why? Whoa, Jeremiah didn't play Delver there? There's no reason not to play Delver. It's just going to get discarded. Okay. He knew it was over.
Mythin, you're getting back into Legacy for GP Seattle? Dude, that is awesome. I cannot wait for Eternal Weekend in Seattle. Last time I went up to Seattle for Eternal Weekend, it was probably the most fun I have ever had playing Magic. So
all right,
that is really cool that you're jumping in.
Slightly blurry. But we've got a Liliana with, I believe, 6 counters on it. A Jace coming into play versus lands. Paul says, you got me. Clearly overpowered. TJ takes game 1. And we're on to the shuffling and sideboarding phase of round 3.
When is Eternal Weekend? Oh, jeez. I can't remember the exact weekend. Or even the month. All I was told is I'm going.
Mid-April.
Mid-April? Okay.
You're going up to do the team?
No. We're talking about Eternal Weekend. This is Seattle this next April. Santa Clara is in January. That's the team event, and then mid-April is our Seattle.
Oh, it's not a GP though.
No, it's Eternal Weekend.
Oh, yeah. Oh, cool.
It is definitely a GP.
Cool.
Was Stranger Things good? I don't know. I haven't touched on it yet.
Yeah, isn't the second season? Didn't it come out like last night?
It's Seattle Eternal Weekend. My bad, but it's a big Eternal event. Yeah, I know. I know it's not technically called Eternal Weekend. That was this last weekend.
Let's do this.
Jeez, get me on a technicality. Come on, guys.
Seattle's a double GP weekend in April.
That it is.
That is right here somewhere.
Right here.
April.
Grand Prix Legacy. Grand Prix.
April 5th through the 8th. 5th through the 8th. It's a Legacy GP. Cool. Is that the only one all year round? Oh, no, there's one in
And there's also a standard GP in the same weekend. This is the internet. Technicalities is all we have. All right, you got me there.
I started to think I drove to the wrong one. So the one, Santa Clara, is the team trio constructed. So that will have Legacy.
Yes.
So there's Legacy in January. And April and May. Oh, and there's a team trio in Kyoto in March. That's a lot of Legacy in GPs. That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's just the first half.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see the team format become a bigger thing. Even though it's not really like Magic, it's not really a team thing. It's nice that you can lean over and help your buddy, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But it favors pros.
Sure.
A lot.
People that know. So I thought it's fascinating some of the teams that they interviewed on the last Star City one where they're like, yep, we just know our decks and we just play them.
Yep.
And we don't know what. We just figured that guy knows what he's doing, and sure, if there's a question, we'll ask, but they don't. Whereas other teams like know each other's decks in and out, and there's going to be one in August as well.
Legacy GP in August.
Cool.
That is excellent.
I saw that there's not going to be a GP in Salt Lake City.
Yep. Again.
We can go to Denver or Vegas. There's
Denver
two. There's
and Vegas.
Modern and Limited, and is it just a double? I thought it was triple.
Living in Utah, going to a GP, you're either driving for 6 to 14 hours or you have a short flight, right?
Yeah.
That's how it is here. Jesse, I'll see exactly what the plan is, and I'll get back to you on that. I would love to team up with you, but I do think that there was already a team in mind when it came to me. People just make plans for me, and then I show up. I'm really, really good at showing up. I mean, look, guys, I'm right here. They just put me behind a camera, and they're like, okay, Kyra, talk to the people. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
That's all we do.
Yep.
And we watch shuffling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
that's what I was told to do, and here I am.
Sometimes we watch mulliganing.
Yep.
Let's see if I can do.
There are not enough events on the East Coast.
Yeah, really?
Isn't that where all of them are?
I thought between Star City Games having all of them.
Show up here and play this. Yeah, I'll talk to Brian, Jesse, and I'll get back to you. If not, then I would love to be your modern player. If I'm not teaming up with Brian, which I kind of thought I was. My brother is a very, very competent standard player. In fact, I can't think of very many people besides my brother that I would want being my standard player.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing in standard.
Seriously, he's been going to school, right? And he has not been playing a lot of Magic. And we had this team event here at our store, and he texts me and he goes, "Hey, so I kind of want to play this Esper Tokens deck. Can you get the cards for me?" And so I go way out of my way and get all the cards for him. He shows up, hasn't played Magic in like over a month, and just like wins all of his rounds. and then he comes up to me after the tournament and he goes, "That deck was so fun." And I go, "Well,
when you don't lose, yeah.
Yeah.
I like how you said you went way out of your way and you work at a card store.
Well, we didn't have all the staples. Our standard staples are gone. So I had to ask a lot of people to borrow cards. We don't have everything, man.
You mean people buy cards?
Our standard is growing in this store much, much faster than any other format, and our standard staples show that.
Yeah.
Well,
and standard's more fun to play right now than it has been in quite a while.
Yeah,
so
it's probably the best it's been in multiple years.
People are interested in playing it again. I even built a standard deck, which is horrible, but I built it.
Well, it plays like a legacy deck,
and it was fun to play. I'm going to cantrip and counter your thing. Cantrip, counter your thing. Eventually, I have a way to win. I've had people be like, what is your win condition?
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Does anybody play draft? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There was a draft going on earlier. It's probably still happening. Like, the rounds are still happening. There's drafts every Wednesday.
Yep, every Wednesday.
And we have a competitive draft league here as well.
We do. And also, once a month, we have what we call our wackiest of Wednesdays, where we do $7 drafts, and we fire draft after draft after draft. Last time we did it, we fired 9 drafts in one night.
Right. And you probably could have fired a few more.
We could have.
There was demand to, like...
There was demand, but it was really late.
Yeah. Like, if you had more people firing drafts, then you could have squeezed in more in between them all.
It was really, really amazing. I just sat at the computer the entire time, and just people are just constantly jumping in more drafts.
I got so confused at one point. I'm like, Kyer, the draft number
draft pod
6 is wait.
I got it 2-0. What draft are you in? Draft pod.
I was in 3. Now I'm in 7.
Now I'm in 7. It was fantastic.
Oh. Draft players are the first we send to test the doors in case of emergency. If it's safe to go through.
Yeah, Jesse, our last one was insane. The room was full. We were constantly firing drafts. It was amazing.
All right, we're in a game where there's Deathrite Shamans. One player has 3 lands. One player has 1 land.
1. And a Tarmogoyf.
And a Goyf. So, okay, ready? One of these guys is clearly in the lead. Can you figure it out?
Are you gonna make me guess?
Yeah, it's like one of those Magic the Puzzling things where you have to really.
So I think. Can I just do eeny, meeny, miny?
That's safe. That's like a 50-50 chance. Days. Man, Eric is getting the dazes.
Yep. Jeremiah.
Is that how that worked out?
That's where my eeny, meeny, miny, mo came up. Yep.
Okay. When we could watch people shuffle. Why isn't there shuffling?
We'll get back
if
to
you
some
want, I
shuffling.
could go out there and be like, guys, would you just shuffle your decks, please?
Just real quick during the match.
Yeah. Here's a ponder.
But I just brainstormed, but I just set up a ponder.
Yeah.
Nope. Shuffle. You could do that.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, we could do that, and whether or not they'd listen to us,
right.
that's
go shuffle.
That's
what?
a different story.
No.
No.
Underground Sea into Wasteland does not help a Stoneforge Mystic come out.
Nope.
Can't cast Liliana.
No, but he does have a Fatal Push, or at least last time I saw his hand, he had a Fatal Push.
And make it a pile shuffle, please.
Please.
Guys, chat is asking you to pile shuffle.
Oh, that was so funny when both players were pile shuffling, and I'm like, Jorgensen, look at this other table.
Take some damage.
That was the moment when I didn't let Jorgensen down.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. But the cube thing.
But yeah, with the cube thing.
Wasteland. That's not a fair card.
No, this is looking Jeremiah's way. And if it wasn't already, that's a sure tell. That's gonna get Fatal Pushed.
I just turned off the auto.
Push it real good.
Why is it still doing that? I thought I turned this off.
You turned what off?
The autofocus. I did.
Yeah, this is what Delver does. I mean, that's their strategy. So, however, Jeremiah is not actually, or is he on it?
He's on Delver.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a bug Delver.
Cool.
Delver's the main threat, and then
I thought I saw him.
3 Goyfs, 2 Term Stalkers.
Yep. Put in threat, wasteland, protect.
Yeah. And daze. Use the daze to win.
Daze is a big one.
And I mean, if you hit with the daze correctly, you're often ahead.
Yes.
Right? And if the daze just sits in your hand because your opponent's been playing around it, often you're kind of behind.
This is a huge problem for anybody that's playing against these decks. Is a lot of times they have no option but to play into daze. You have to.
Yeah.
You know, you have to make them have it, and a lot of times they say, I have it, and you go, okay, I'm probably dead.
So Eric played the Fatal Push. Jeremiah chose to hardcast Force of Will.
Yes.
Tapping him out. I kind of like using the Wasteland. Well, yeah, but you protect your threat, right? That's the whole point. That's what Delver does.
Yes.
Protect it. Instead of keep your opponent on 2 lands, keep protecting.
Oh, absolutely. But there are many decks, Captain QC, where people don't get to play around daze. If you have the 1 mana creature followed up by daze, I mean, how much mana are they really going to have? You know, are they just going to continue playing 1-drops? Some decks can do that easily. Other decks really can't. That's why they're a good card to board out a lot. But they sure do good. They sure do look good in the first, I'd say like 3-4 turns of the game.
Yep. And usually in Legacy, you're sideboarding at least those 4 slots. So if you're on the draw, because you won game 1 because of daze, you can very easily take those out. Sometimes it allows for some fun mind games where your opponent thinks you take them out and you don't, or you bring them back in for game 3 even if you're on the draw. Yeah,
some people will respect it even if they don't know if you boarded it out or not. So a lot of times they can't afford not to. All right, we're gonna wasteland targeting Tundra.
Mm-hmm.
And now Stoneforge can't activate unless a land is drawn, right?
Yeah, he can just cast it. You can just put
he can't just cast it. But Jitte doesn't look all that good against this Tarmogoyf. He's going to have to play a different card.
He still doesn't get to play Liliana. Ooh, he does get to play Death Ray Shaman. And some more damage. Eric's down to a very low life total.
Meaning he's at 2?
Yeah, which means he's pretty much dead. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things you can do with daze that way. I think that's partly why I enjoy playing Sultai and Grixis and these type of decks, is because you do get to have those kind of mind games, the game within the game, right? Where, and you can suggest that you don't have a play when you really do, or that you do have a play when you don't. And often, I played a game last week where I looked at my opponent's board and said, "Oh, well, you're going to win. You got this." And so he thought I had the force in hand or something like that play.
That you're like bluffing?
No, he really just had it. But he kind of played around it, gave me 1 extra turn, and I was able to come back and win because of it.
Oh, wow.
And I wasn't even trying to, I just thought he had, I was being very honest. No, you won. You've got this. Oh, okay, you're not going to do that? I'll keep playing then. It was fun.
That's why we're here. We're just here to play.
That's part of Legacy, right? That doesn't happen so much in other formats. It does a little bit in Modern, right? But in Standard, you kind of just play.
Is this one done too? Looks like he's boarding out.
Yeah, looks like they're de-sideboarding. Maybe TJ got it and went undefeated.
Perhaps.
Against lands.
Look at that. 3 rounds are over just like that.
Guys, that's the end of round 3. Ooh,
I'm used to
Paul's
being here for like another hour.
Yeah, look at this card, guys. I got a drop of honey.
Paul's been waiting for those drop of honeys for a while. In our buys this week, we did get a couple drop of honeys.
That's silly.
We did.
I actually opened a drop of honey once.
Really?
Yeah. Because I once opened a pack of Arabian Nights.
Wow.
And it had a drop of honey in it. But lesser experienced players could get.
Got by that, indeed. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and well, for the most part, Legacy players aren't inexperienced.
For the most part.
Yeah. most of the players here, that at least that I play with on Fridays, I know what they're playing. They know what I'm playing, and you kind of know their play style as well. You get to know the player as well.
Absolutely.
So I was really being honest, and I thought my opponent knew what I almost scooped up my cards, and then maybe I over dramatized it a little too much. Well, guys, that's the end of round 3.
Now what? I feel like the stream's supposed to go another hour. I'm just not used to this.
I suppose if you really want, we could try and find one match that's still going, since both of those ended really quickly.
We could.
That's up to you.
Dang.
We will be back. Kyra and I will be back next Tuesday.
We will.
For more Legacy on our much, hopefully, improved stream where things don't stutter.
Yes.
Like they did.
Yeah, so quick reminder of our events. Every Monday we do a live standard tournament, 3 rounds. Tuesdays, that'll be us 2. And we do 4 rounds of Legacy. And then on Friday, normally we have a different team, but we do 3 rounds of Legacy. And then we have started doing moto streams at long last. Thank God.
No more shoveling.
But yeah, we've started doing moto streams. We're doing stipulations for people who want to do Legacy. We're doing standard sips as well. So if you guys want to deck test it or anything like that, let us know. I'll be on stream quite a lot, so come hang out. Like seeing all you guys. Yeah,
I think I'll be back here Monday with Brian to play a little Legacy or Vintage.
Oh, Plinko time, Jorgensen.
Oh! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they're still going. Whoa.
7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13. Jorgensen, that was really good. That was probably your best one yet. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Besides the events that we have weekly, just a quick reminder about the symposium. We talked about it. If you would like to travel up or down or from wherever to come for our 1K and our 24-hour stream, please message us on our Facebook page and let us know that you plan on coming, that you plan on being here. We can put you up in a hotel, or we can give you a place to stay. So please let us know if there are any other staples that that don't get put on our TCG site. Mm-hmm. Please, if you're trying to get those staples, I'm talking dual lands, other Legacy staples that we're going to try to sell in the store and not on TCG. Mm-hmm. Check with us. Let us know what you need, and we may be able to get that for you. Yeah. If you guys want to message, these guys are going to have a huge inventory of cards, and like I said, they're probably at a better price than most places you can find. Sweet. Right on. Yeah. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for joining us.